Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. So we have been discussing about the subject-verb agreement in the last class. So today we continue with the same topic and we'll study more about the subject-verb agreement. So in the last class we learned about the basic things which we had to know about subject-verb agreement, and today we will speak about the special cases of subject-verb agreement. In the sense, there will be some kind of exceptions from the rules and so on. So we will know more about it, and then we'll see what kind of changes which will be happening in the subject-verb agreement. In the beginning, when the subject of a sentence begins with one of it must be followed by plural noun and a singular verb. For example, one of the students is not wearing proper uniform. In the sense, here the word one of is used as an as one of the students is not wearing the uniform properly. So the rest it will be there. So since we don't have the place to write, we are not writing. So, but the important thing which we have to know is the use of one of. Though we are speaking about a plural subject, but since we have used the word one of, we have to use a singular verb form in the sentence, because there are many students, but we are speaking about a particular student or a single student from the group. So we are supposed to use the word is in the sentence. I think it is clear to you. I can give one more example in order to make you sure about all this. That is, one of the passengers is complaining of chest pain. In the sense, there are many passengers, but among those many passengers, there is one passenger who comes and complains about chest pain. There is only one passenger who complains. So, since there is a use of one of in the sentence, we have to use, or we are supposed to use, is or singular verb form in the sentence. I think it is clear to you. The next one is the thing which we have to keep in mind is the words that are not essential part of the sentence and can be left out without changing the meaning do not affect the verb. That is, verbs agree with the main subject of the sentence. Here, for example, Arif along with Neha has been drenched. So here, which subject we will take as for a subject-verb agreement? We will take the first subject, that is Arif. Arif along with Neha has been drenched. In the sense, there are two people actually, but here we are specifically speaking about Arif, and then we speak about the other one who is with Arif. So we will use a singular form in the sentence. Or else we can see 3 planes along with essential supplies, doctors and volunteers have been sent to the affected area. So here, since we are speaking about 3 planes, we use the plural form in the sentence. I think it is clear to you. In the above example, where we were speaking about one and the one who is along with him, but here we have 3 planes which are there. I mean, there are many volunteers, doctors, nurses and so on, but we are speaking about 3 planes which are there. Instead, for example, imagine if you are speaking about a plane along with essential supplies, doctors and volunteers, we will use has been arrived, not have been arrived, because we speak about one idea or one thing which is there. I will give one more example, that is, the fishing boat with 8 men has returned to the shore. So Though there are 8 men in the boat, but we are speaking about a single boat which has arrived in the shore. So that is another thing with regard to subject-verb agreement. And the next one, words joined to a singular subject using along with or as well as are followed by singular verb. That is, if in such a sentence subject is plural, the verb also will be plural. For example, or else see, the collective noun takes a singular verb when the noun is regarded as a single unit, even though it is made up of separate units. The team is united in its desire to win. Here, the word team is a collective noun. The word team is a collective noun, and the collective noun takes a singular verb because the noun is regarded as a single unit. See, when we speak about the Indian team, we take it as a singular unit, or when we speak about Indian, we take it as a singular unit, or when we speak about the people who are there in India, we use a plural form because we take the nationality or a team or whatever it is as a single unit. That is why we use singular verb form in the sentence, because we are not using a collective noun as a different topic, different units, but we use regard as a single unit, even though it is made up of separate units, even though it has different units in it. So that is the main idea with regard to a collective noun that takes a singular verb form. So there is also one thing which we have to keep in mind, that a collective noun when a collective noun when speak about different units, what will happen? A collective noun that takes a plural verb when the units of the noun are regarded separately or individually. For example, a team of players are unable to hold on to their opponent. So here we are not speaking about a team, but we are speaking about the players who are there in the team. So what we will do? We will use the plural form in the sentence. But instead we use a singular form because we take the collective noun as a single unit. But in this section, what happens? We take the unit as a singular unit, but we divide, or we what happened? The verb when the units of the noun are regarded as separately or individual. That is why it is said the team of players are unable to hold the opponent. So here we are speaking about the players who are there in the team. And then another thing which we have to keep in mind is a definite pronoun such as much, anything, nothing, everything, something, either, and neither take a singular verb. Like much was left unsaid between the two friends. Much means it will be a plural unit. But even then, since the word much creates a singular form, we will use a singular verb form in the sentence. Or else either of the two options is good. Either of the two options is good, which means there are two options which are there. So though there are two options, what will happen? We take these two options as a singular unit and we use a singular verb in the sentence. The next one, when the subject of a sentence contains the phrase pair of, it must be followed by a plural noun and a singular verb. This is because the word pair is singular, though it means two. For example, a pair of spectacles was found in the playground. Here we know that the word spectacles refers to a single unit or a single product, but we use a plural form in order to speak about spectacles. So a pair of spectacles was found in the playground. So we take it as a singular unit and use singular form of the verb. Or else, where is my new pair of trousers? So here pair of trousers, in the sense we take it as a singular unit. We know that a pair means two, but even then we take it as a singular unit in order to speak about all these kind of things. And there are few more things which we have to keep in mind, like certain words that all, more, most, none, enough, plenty, can, either, and everything, neither, and so on, takes a singular form. For example, most of our work is over. Here we know that work is uncountable and cannot have a plural. Therefore, most take a singular verb form. So here, most of the people are kind to others. Most of the people means there will be one or more people, or two or more people will be there. But we take it as a unit and speak. People is plural. Therefore, most take a plural verb. So here, most or the plural, most of the people are kind to others. It depends upon the verb or the subject which it has. Here, most of my work is over, in the sense that the work is uncountable and it can take a plural form. But here, the word people is a plural subject, so it takes a plural form of the verb. Or else, none of my arguments were accepted. So here, though the word none is used, but there we have used a word called argument, and so we will use a plural form of the verb. And then the titles of the books, magazines, etc. take a singular verb even if the title suggests something plural. For example, Black Panther was quite a successful film. Or else 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was written by Jules Verne. So here, what happened? Though the title suggests plural form, we will use a singular verb form in the sentence, because it is a title of the magazine or whatever it is. So we will use a singular form of the verb form in the sentence. The last one which we have to keep in mind is a words and phrase that expresses an amount of money, distance, or intervals of time takes a singular verb. For example, do you think 50 miles is a short distance? 50 miles is a short distance. We are not speaking about a 1 mile, but we are speaking about 50 miles. Even then, we will use the singular verb form in the sentence, because according to the rule of agreement of verb with subject, the amount of money, distance, travel of intervals of time take a singular verb. Since the distance take a singular verb, we use it as a singular. For example, 1,000 rupees a day is good amount of money for this week. So here, though we are speaking about 1,000 rupees, what happened? We use a singular verb form. Or else, I'm surprised that even 2 hours was not enough for you. We used the word 2 hours. We are not speaking about 1 hour, but we are speaking about 2 hours. Even then, we have used the word was, that is a singular verb form in the sentence, because words and phrase that expresses an amount of money, distance, or intervals of time take a singular verb. It is the rule with regard to subject-verb agreement. So this is all about it. And we'll see what are the things which we have learned. So we spoke about the special case of subject-verb agreement, and the things which are keep in mind, like where and when we have to keep use a singular verb form. That is definite, indefinite pronouns such as much, anything, nothing, everything, something, neither, titles of the books, magazine, and amount of money, distance, intervals of time, and in all those things we will use a singular verb form in the sentence. And for your understanding, when the subject of a sentence contains a phrase many, it must be followed by a singular noun and a singular verb. For example, many a man has regretted words spoken in anger. So here we are speaking about many people who have the same feeling. Many a man has regretted. Many people have spoken about, or many people have regretted about the words that they have spoken in anger. Or in this city, many a road leads nowhere. So here, though we are speaking about the road or many road, or there are different roads, but we use the singular verb form in the sentence. So I think the subject-verb agreement and the chapters and all about the subject-verb agreement is clear to you, and we will come up with a new topic in the next class. Thank you.